Mungkin.
Persona Kereu. Istos. Cogita perdeo. Sinan Matucem.
Agnos.
Interessante.
Lisa, ¿dónde estás?
Cogi tenta. Chi sentirna?
Reader! Dare you tamper with forbidden knowledge? So soon after your sentence into exile. 'Tis true what the book says. You can be free again. Perhaps not you yourself, but someone worthy of the privilege. You witness now the path toward salvation. You witness the rights, the one way to return to glory. Though in your case, I hardly think it possible. Yet, by the grace of the scribes, it is my duty to inform you anyhow.
Allo sei.
Ricardo, ma...
Perez. Rasta. A dire te.
A celestial orb falls from the heavens when the time is nigh. Exiles conduct the rites as a triumvirate, for they must prove their trust in one another, not just in themselves. The three must act as one. Now plunge into the pyre with the orb and be purified. Yes, the exiled Jodariel has the way of it. Whoever steps into the flame is banished for a time. His or her cohorts must make do on their own. Oh, but it is not so simple. In the rites you shall face adversaries whose own freedom is at stake. Beware the aura that surrounds them, as they shall beware yours. Cast your aura like a stone, correctly done. Again, just so. A glorious performance, I admit. More than I expected from the likes of you. Grasp the orb once more. The orb absorbs the aura, then the orb quenches the flame. Now I say jump. Leap with all your strength. Now snuff out the adversary's pyre whilst yours yet burns. Such wherewithal. So fiercely fought. The rite is complete. There, dear reader. Now you understand. Or do you? This was but a glimpse of that which lies ahead. I would tell you to turn back, cast down your hope. But all those such as you never listen.
Stora toste. Solicitato.
Consilia.
Indara.
Tamarilios.
Bravo.
Kereamios. Loriomatas, the stallion.
Sugrinav.
Vognare munka.
Freedom! The stars align at last. You reach the Ridge of Gaul at the appointed time, and your triumvirate is ready. Your adversaries in the rites this eve shall be the Accusers. Whose ever pyre yet burns once the other is extinguished shall step closer to freedom. Now let the rites commence. Begin. Beware the adversary's horror, or be banished. Have the Accusers underestimated you? Extinguish now their pyre, sublime! It seems that you have flustered the Accusers. Have you any idea what that Lendl did to deserve his exile? A daring display. Flinging the orb into the flames like that. You elude banishment using such tricks. And it is done. You have prevailed. Rejoice then in your single fleeting victory. Guron Salashe. Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes. The exiled Jodariel has gained enlightenment. Only the enlightened can regain their freedom.
Smadonna, Consalzillo, Ligeratus. Qui sentirna. Som terras. Che rapaz Peleos, gratiam.
Sna.
Volta.
Dolorantas.
Nomen car. Inveri. Pare
Vistalia. Vista Polam.
Leveter.
Samisara Sumala.
Direameta.
Heram. Ma vash. Destaka. Malalaki taki knowledge. Mosham Barjaya. Mosham Baladat Barjaya. Room cushion. Shemte Foish.
Manzara.
Domizana.
Saventusta.
Reader, what brings you to the spring of Jomir? Why, it must have been the stars. Although it seems that your triumvirate now numbers 4 exiles, not the expected 3. The rules of the rites were not created for you to besmirch. Prepare now to confront the fate. They still honor the traditions of the scribes, and surely have been longing for this chance. But first, you have a choice to make.
Natare Rimayas.
Villascella.
Era Legaratus.
Who shall strive for freedom? Joe Dariel. Rookie. Edwin. Very well. A flame is stricken. Edwin doused the adversary's flames.
No mare visi.
A boon come from the stars themselves. But it shan't be enough for Dalbert and his faithful son. Once more like that, and we are finished here. My. And it is done. The Night Wings prevail. It was a glorious performance, I must say. Perhaps you shan't be quite so fortunate next time.
Mazanbusi.
There is much to learn from this experience. The Master General reveals his stratagem. It seems the exiled rookie opened up his eyes a bit. Until the next rite.
Vistalia.
Somire. Nasivaram Kieras. Simdare
Kitimu
precare.
Virta.
Fatta arrendare.
Sarà
Che Zorana.
Averade. Nasigna.
Naseri. Naseri.
Nasivar
Accettato.
Aumar.
Odipia. Non c'è di realistis? Si tempi Vilia.
Jambare Khan.
Avistare, dio.
Malattie ti.
Zarian.
Dale, son feliz, ma acertare vas.
Kerami.
Simdase. Ligaratus.
Sbonnane ronca.
Kivarom.
Welcome, dear reader, to the splendors of the accursed cairn of Ha'ub. You shall find the downside grows less pleasant from this point. But first, there's a tradition to uphold. This time you stand against the dissidents. Even now they hunger to defeat you. Perhaps not simply to regain their freedom, but to deny you yours.
Nesitera.
Simdare va.
Tira la consegna.
Suma tale verita.
Kirana.
Umbreti zerta. Ligaratus.
Another joins your ranks, and a mere imp. Although, no, it cannot be. Then we we shall see what comes of this new partnership of yours.
Lasciare fare le Kratos.
Now let us get started. Headwind. May.
Periostian.
The choice is cast. Now begin. The first dousing. Oh. Pooh. Barker leaps headlong into the fire. Oh, my word. The flames of freedom. Careful now. Your adversary Barker there seems rather fired up. And it is done. The Nightwings prevail yet again. Accomplished effortlessly, I might add. The rite is ended. The rites do tend to teach something of trust. A flash of inspiration for next time. Until the stars align.
Na helma sem kogar
Preparati.
Le Kratos tamta.
Samen.
Yes.
Florida.
Anum da daje. Alsa.
Kyrrota vera.
Значит,
Prevaros.
Pretaranta.
Ratere le Kratos. Senza setare. Ma forta dira. Timtapelus.
Simdare para.
Ilumsa.
Stiranta.
Sumaga simsera.
Grama tempta.
Why, you made it, reader. Made it all the way to the detestable pit of Mileith. In doing so, of course, you have disturbed your ancient adversaries, the Withdrawn. The deranged witch who leads them has big plans in store, should she prevail in all this. Now, as you know, I normally would wish you a shameful defeat. But in this case, I wish you a little bit of luck.
Soup?
who shall conduct this rite. Edwin Ruki. It is done. Commence. Already does your adversary's flame begin to flicker. Magnificent! Oh, Jodariel doused the adversary's flames. The witch invokes a profane name I shan't repeat. Best beware of foul sorceries. And it is done. The Nightwings prevail. Their adversaries prove no match for them. The ceremony is complete. Boundless are the teachings of the scribes. 'Twould seem the exiled Jodariel has a knack for these affairs. Until the stars align.
Çekil. Manta apertada. Liberato.
Ma fortadì. Satra veruta.
Solam.
Premis kama.
Kalure sirta.
Taronta. Salho. Kratem sa. Cogna benedictus. Ma forte va.
Omen.
Barosta. Sio tamta.
Casetaste.
Ligeratus tamta.
Pyre.
Atracarum
Cogna
pogna.
pedesticano.
Ostia recognare.
Diriamita.
Exageramente.
Navera non capara. Otto lo rigasta.
Tenare. Liberatus.
Cora.
Cogresse romta.
Lorigasenta.
Te soluntave. Tareta.
Yes, Temper.
Relentless, aren't we, reader? Even the vastness of the sea was not enough to thwart your coming here unto the hulk of Orus. You would be wise not to underestimate your adversaries here, despite their pitiable look. I am, of course, referring to the Pyre Hearts. These rites are but another war to them, and that makes you their mortal enemy. I expect your battle to be glorious.
Ligaratus.
Who shall conduct the rites? May,
Terias?
it is done. Commence. Audacious, aren't we? In honor of the scribes. Alas for Gilman. May plunged into the pyre. Glorious. That pyre's flames glow. Now go on, just once more. And it is done. The Nightwings once again prevail. Their hapless adversaries stood no chance. Thus end this night's proceedings. What stirs now in the hearts of all these exiles? Something's awakened in the moon-touched girl. A devious trick from the rope collar. Enlightenment seldom avails itself to simple imps. Until the next rite.
Avanzaron. Era.
Seni.
Kadire tam akreda. Kogria ramedam paritas. Oram Tavares. Kogere tukwa.
Kirasi paremta.
Ragata.
Terre.
Cesare.
Terpesaro. Cogria Amare.
Lester, tam dire.
Mi scava.
Restarum cogra.
Ire?
Alimenta amore.
Vara.
For the salt and roiling sea, the moon began to cry. The valley ran with sorrowful tears and filled the waters high. The misty morning over the brine belies a leaden sky. The stars all hide away from the chill until the evening rise. Oh, oh, oh.
Unda diserta.
Restare.
Seramiscus.
Revenete.
Sa terem tave.
Shrug.
Pentapelus.
Velos.
Satra.
Tyrano. Nakim Tamir.
Serem tave.
Miricare amida.
Salintere. Sacco castile tempradar.
Maricasanta.
Reader, I thought for sure the stars would have eluded you by now. Yet here you are, somehow, upon the nest of Trieste. And you've swelled the ranks of your triumvirate not merely with another, but with two. One from the Pyre heart, no less. And one who seeks the favor of the adversaries whom you'll imminently face. They are the essence. Winged terrors, as you soon shall see. Can your longing for freedom match their hatred for the vibrant country that was once your home? Who shall conduct the right?
Ma fortem gage.
Ruki. Tizo. Now, reader, you put yourself amidst a feud between two sisters? That seems entirely unwise, even for you. Tread lightly around that exiled Pamatha. Her kind's all but forgotten Saint Triesta's grace. Tis taken! The Night Wings make their mark upon the flame. beauteous.
Al dire sempre vares.
Now to the flame. Ah. Resplendent. Didn't see it coming. Their pyre sputters.
So they just got it stuff their ass.
What is it those two think they're doing? The rights are not the place to settle petty scores. And it is done. The Nightwings prevailed. It was as though the scribes themselves stood by their side. The right is done.
Vastalantes.
The 8 scribes bless us with their ways. 'Twould appear that rookies not too old to learn new tricks. Until the stars align.
Serum Tavet.
Ligeratus. Consul sempre tapas. Satem pravi.
Kim verita.
Costa in veremas.
Flicaritas.
Himam kogere tandas.
Sarum Vilios.
Postavir gratenim.
Hallo Shemta.
Ilmestankas.
Simbaratas.
Irretäs tagerea merastes.
Savera terraki saramanta.
Serevare davis gran.
Rosta sare.
Volupen.
Dušeljamitas.
Vitais. Volupenta venis. Vitais. Quasi talevente na uscei.
Segre, mamma, sono bravi. Lo bentrato. Ah, jurate harbe maveluktis.
Once again, the stars align themselves before you, reader. And here now at the Glade of Liu, I have to say, you've come so very far. But there are those, such as your adversaries called the Chastity, who have toiled for this too. They know that with their freedom comes great opportunity. It could be yours instead. Please show the Chastity that the Nightwings are superior. Now let us begin. Edwin.
Carascos.
Sir Gilman.
Glorious.
Ow.
Where is the secretary?
Britain Caraïbes.
Manly and his offspring hold no small degree of influence within the Commonwealth, reader. There are many who are favorable start. Your adversary Manly is comfortable in this suffocating glade. In the name of Solium Splendid! And it is done. The you-know-who prevailed. And what a crushing victory it was. The right is complete. Always is there greater knowledge to be gained. Desperate for honor, this Sir Gilman may yet learn something. Until the next right.
Touchdown Valitsat.
Vesar.
Manem Ravis.
Indere Tamtas.
Province.
Mesopta Berre.
I to Raglevi Taurus. Quare celebralias. Simbagera, nalliba libra narun selus herestam sublarita, deranda ramset algederes sire preservatem tasce beromet, fare toros. Pensarus de menturis. Gustare cebrales vendale dantas. Cerebramet maderus lorigasen.
Nomin.
trasrare
loro.
Sam keras kogi sirindare. Si vitergi tu. Regates.
Es geht zusammen.
Sarea borrare se umre librare sam dia care grate stale.
Tam diamenum carab.
Secretares.
Tantara stara danza.
Oxareshon.
Grate stale.
That you may see
Ma tempra.
Simaro Shentar.
Nakirada.
Temcare me varemas.
Kiba. Veranta dale.
Ma forte
Kirad.
tempragena.
Taram sa.
Kirsare damun ravetasta.
Many years have passed since last the Nightwings gained the summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the fall of Solium. You are to be commended for your guidance, reader, but only if you can prevail in this liberation rite. Here you stand to gain much more than some enlightenment. Your adversaries are none other than the Tempers. I trust they need no introduction. Soon, one among you shall regain their freedom.
Voluntalo. Regeta noxala. Ultarictus stara.
Geratus.
Vorana tramtus.
Who most deserves their freedom? Edwin.
Eradita. Vinsaste tarlare si prama.
Who shall strive for him? Jodariel. It is done.
Volunta. Lore.
Commence. It is, at last. The Nightwings proved their worth. As for their adversaries, they did not. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen The exile appointed by the Night Wings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences. Godspeed, Edwin. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again. The 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours.
Mare namorente. Strane libronzare tekitas. Bondiame ligaratus. Simedana morente.
Romte ligarate. Remiscarace. Venta selina.
Pyre di radra. Sevaronci stranesta. Atricanarum care saste. Renam ligares ocelum tentaris.
Certa dicen.
Obrazi.
Oxana tempres. Vendus saricas.
Gerulda sacugnare setta. Reader, ever persevering, aren't we? Well then, rejoice, because the cycle of the rites begins anew. Perhaps you'll liberate another soon enough. Your chosen adversaries here shall be the accusers. Reduce their flame to ash, just as you did when last you met. Now, who exactly shall oppose them? Who shall stand together here this night? Nay.
Celestia?
Sir Gilman. Salas. Begin. The Nightwings assert themselves thusly. The orb. 'Twas a crushing blow against their pyre. The Nightwing shall prevail at this rate. Jodariel plunged into their pyre. Now plunge into the flames. Your victory is at hand. And it is done. Fine, yes, the Nightwings did prevail. They overwhelmed their adversaries utterly. The rite is ended. Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes. The moon-touched girl has greater understanding than it seems. Until the next rite.
No regisitas. Vistare daste. Vostra temere.
Saron Vilios.
Stare pronto.
Listen well, you exiles of the Nightwings. You are returned once more unto the Hulk of Horus. Your adversaries in the coming rite shall be the Withdrawn. Extinguish now their pyre, and glory shall be yours. Now prepare yourselves. The rite shall begin forthwith. May.
Fralestas?
Very well. Now begin. The path to glory laid bare. Spectacularly done. bad. Their pyre weakens. And it is done. The Nightwings prevail. They vastly outperformed their adversaries. The rite is done. There is much to learn from this experience. Honor is elusive, O Sir Gilman, yet enlightenment is eternal. Until the stars align.
Kirstetere? Meillä on saada takusta.
Naga pramen.
Kirjani täällä.
Kasum korevara.
Behold, the Titan stars. The Titan stars. Burning remnants of monstrosities felled by the scribes themselves. Who could stand against them in their fury? You are wise to have resisted their seductions, reader. Best focus on your adversaries, keen as they are to confront you once again. Put out their fire first, and show them the glory of the Nightwings. Now then, make ready for the rite! Now we shall get started.
Glorious.
Tizo. Nay.
Tramita?
It is done. Commence. Glory to the Nightwings first of all. Almost. Absolution. May douse the flame. left yourselves wide open. There. And it is done. The Nightwings prevail. Their adversaries must be crying tears of shame. Thus end this night's proceedings. The rites do tend to teach something of trust. The imp Tizo appears to have a certain depth of knowledge. Until the stars align.
Tempra membraves. Vim staritas. Baroshta. Maremdare Varkus.
Escuti.
Sarà vero, serie tanta luce.
Lorigasan grat.
Salutiamo.
Aștare se pravne center, kelera samtli demistas.
The Nightwings have returned unto the fall of Solium, at which the scribes first formed their sacred union. At stake this night is freedom and prosperity. But only for one exile who prevails in this liberation rite. Your many adversaries all did strive to earn this opportunity. 'Twas the essence which earned it. Who shall be absolved is up to all of you.
Regeta Noxala. Sentira lo Rictus Tafin.
Librali a te vare.
Ulta Rictus
Liberatus ta.
Noxala.
Who would you set free? Tizo. Who shall lend him support? May. It is done. Commence. last. The Night Wings proved their worth. Their adversaries they defeated utterly. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Night Wings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences. Godspeed, Tito. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again. May the scribes have mercy on us all.
Domiza Rumanza?
Devire tiemas, noretan dieme. Varsåd Maderusa. Simodare no kere trastallori o grace vit harodes de car redontes araves taros salterave manze ligare stas Sabo mesum legaretas.
Marifista legaram. Hello, very.
The much-vaunted reader has returned, and it would appear her ranks grow stronger. Consorting with the bog-crone Bertrude, are we? How very strange that you befriended her. At any rate, your adversaries in this rite shall be the Fake. Put out their flame and walk the path to liberty. The bog-crone Bertrude shows herself in full. Though I have to wonder what became of her accomplices. Of one accomplice in particular. You watch yourself around her, reader. None are sentenced into exile without sufficient cause. Who shall conduct the rite? May. Sir Gilman. Very well. Now go! Now the Night Wings thus assert themselves. Blessed be! How utterly brazen. The rite is nearly ended. How brazen. A deadly thwarted drive. And it is done. The Night Wings prevail. Most excellently done this time, I must admit. The ceremony is complete. Boundless are the teachings of the scribes. The ancient crone called Gertrude opened up her eyes. Until the next rite.
Salik fra Velegasta. Mesum legaritas. Samaricus.
A glorious eve to you as ever, O you exiles of the Night Wings. The 8 scribes dragged you all the way into the blasphemous Isle of Kaelma. Here you are to be surrounded by even more gibbering nitwits than usual. The adversaries you are to confront shall be the Chastity, whose ever fire yet burns ere the break of dawn, shall surge forward on the path to glory. Now, prepare yourselves. Who shall strive for freedom? Gertrude. Sir Gilman. Nay,
Shiru-sama?
The choice is cast.
Barura protestareva.
Quench now their fire. Night wings are first to strike the adversary's flame. Begin. Human banished. Seemingly unfair. Red-handed. Their pyre shan't survive much more of that. Splendid. Their flame has died a little. What are those blasted creatures doing? This is a sacred tradition, not some boorish spectacle. And it is done. The Night Wings prevail.
No silence!
Their pyre yet burns with vigor and resolve. The rite is complete. What stirs now in the hearts of all these exiles? Gertrude's lust for knowledge becomes manifest. Until the stars align.
Potere audire strale saretas.
What lunacy is this? 'Twould appear the Night Wings are to stand against themselves this time around. This is a mutiny, in violation of the sacred law. The exile whom you face, Oralek. Long ago he had his chance, and he relinquished it. He cannot simply claim it now. And I cannot preside over this nonsense. Good night.
Geron Rama Remarka Muxum Prave Geron Pretima Ligaratus Termanim Lavis
Terios?
Exalias.
Descashta Noxamas Sasha.
Summer's ocean.
Bro, Tim Ligaratus
Ligarasse Vature.
Sinda Vensarece Tavle Krafta Serevare Praneretare
Skutil, simnater, vare, simnater,
Seri tampellu.
torgas,
Elam ta sere.
matam diemen.
Simpresi telecrat.
Astrale.
Firinda della mare strictus stare siame.
Congratulations, Frida. It would appear the rites are drawing to a close. Doubtless the doing of that Orlek in all his bitter spite. For now, your exiles have another chance at freedom here upon the fall of Solium. So too do the fate, your adversaries. They fought so very bravely for this moment. Whichever side prevails soon shall send one of its own into the warm embrace of civilization.
Volunta lor regeta noxalas.
Musna
Quinza setars.
Rasumi bongat.
Sanoxalas.
Elam ta sere.
Matam diemen.
Who shall return to glory? Jodariel.
Ci sare volum.
Who shall stand with her?
Sir Gilman. Bertrude.
Unde siamo in traje?
Commence!
Snados Yamaka.
The Night Wings proved their worth. As for their adversaries, they did not. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Night Wings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Ma spere!
Kerale te fara fide. Bombare
Godspeed, Captain Jodariel. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may yet continue for a while. Until the rites begin anew.
Simedare varonci stranesta, Kirinda saritustare si ognere mage sobre litren frane. Sabondias. Tentasce bestare gaste. Desarum despelere trandes. Renam noxanas.
I do so hate to thusly contact you, O reader. Yet an awful rumor reached me recently that you have within your retinue a traitor to the Nightwings and the Commonwealth alike. But you would never harbor such a traitor, now would you? I trust your time within the downside would have taught you that.
Cristalli Brage.
Reader, or should I say deceiver, for I detect another exile in your ranks. The exile Volfred Sandalwood himself, that cursed sap. I ought to have known he was behind all this. He has no love for our sacred tradition, yet you would heed his poisoned words over mine own? I thought that we were friends. Then fine. Let us return to a more formal distance. So, the crumb.
Ligares al dia and maritamos que.
And there he is at last, alive and well. I know that you can hear me, Sandalwood. You're causing quite a stir out in the Commonwealth. You plant your little seeds of discontent.
Salas Roteran.
Know that your designs at sowing chaos shall not be tolerated here. Bertrude. Sir Gilman. Wolfred.
Arosta.
It is done. Commence. A second wind. Already does your pyre's flame begin to flicker. Bye now, Bertie. How sad for the accusers. Now that is how to snuff a flame. Good. By the scribes. Quite a close call there, no? A shameful outcome. Lendl plunged into your pyre. Now then. Good. Your exiles shall return ere long. The orb. Onward thus to greater glory. Do you believe you can prevail in this? Such fervor. And it is done. The Nightwings prevail. May their next adversaries fare a little better. The rite is ended. The 8 scribes bless us with their ways. That Wolfred always was a little slow to pick things up. Until the next rite.
Salas Roteran.
'Tis time again, you exiles of the Night Wings. The eight scribes summon you to the nest of Triesta. The triumvirate you stand against shall be the withdrawn. Snuff out their pious flame and show your worth. Now prepare yourselves. Choose quickly your triumvirate. Sir Gilman.
Bolfred.
Courage.
The choice is cast. There, now begin. One triumvirate stands unopposed. Your adversary's Pyre is the first to falter. How very fortunate. That Pyre's flames grow weak. The foul witch Udmilda, and it is done. The Night Wings prevail. They hardly deserved it, though, if you ask me. The rite is complete. Always is there greater knowledge to be gained. Apparently, the exiled Bertrude is committed to the path. Until the next rite.
Tempravezzare. Sarata Roxalas. Ligado, Memsaro Valetoros.
Sipra, Euro, prima quagram, vale.
Tirindos,
Perreli.
Mera Mesa.
Sintare, Lorigasan, chi va?
Salita Lorisum correva, ad mare Lorigas.
Baroshta, hasta Lorigasetas.
Once more, the Nightwings gain the summit of the sacred Mount Aladiel to conduct the liberation rite. Even as the stars themselves abandon you. Make good upon these final opportunities, reader. This glorious age-old tradition coming to an end upon your watch. I trust the Pyre hearts, your adversaries, shall not throw away this chance. Choose now who may go free, should they unfortunately fail.
Volutan Regeta Noxala. Sharon Tassas. Ratan Optimus. Noxala.
Liggerà Pelanta Ceres.
Whom do you intend to liberate? May. Who shall be at her side? Bertrude. Very well. Commence. The Nightwings proved their worth. Their adversaries they defeated utterly. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences. Godspeed, moon-touched one. The 8 scribes are watching from afar. By their grace, may the cycle of the rites keep turning for as long as possible. Until the turning of the stars, farewell.
Indecent.
Atracarum saravata mere.
Era un castrale.
Maru.
Era un castrale.
Sembra che taste. Moreno dendas.
The infamous raider returns, along with her remaining retinue of miscreants. You managed recently to rid yourself of yet another one. Your adversaries, the Fate. As with you, they must be very desperate for their freedom. They shall not make it any easier from here. Go on, then. Bertrude. Ruki. Predictably decided. Begin. The Night Wings are the first to strike. You have it! A stroke of luck is all. Blessed be. And it is done. The Night Wings managed to prevail. Alas, that their adversaries failed to stop them. The ceremony is complete. Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes. You may go now At your earliest convenience.
Ligeratus, tamta.
Sigra tano taramentis.
You are nothing, reader. Nothing but a mindless cripple. Your every action is a stain upon the legacy of the 8 scribes. The rites have been a long-held secret to keep out those such as you.
Sare, Loreometas.
Rita, I am still very cross with you, you know. To think I saw in you a worthy heir. Not just to the legacy of the Nightwings, but to the future of the Commonwealth. That traitor Wolfred. Only a fool would be seduced by his audacious promises and his dangerous ideas. That, dear reader, would make you a fool. I have no choice but to explain it thus, so even you could understand. Now for this blasted rite. Some of us still have our duties to uphold.
Camera. Iri meine Dantes. Nawet Jazemelia. Snad Ocean.
Choose now your band of traitors. Wolfred. Ametha. It is done. Now, your adversary's Pyre is the first to falter. Oof. You'll have to do better than that. The orb quenches the flame. Such hatred spewing constantly from Tamitha. Yet here in exile, she is not but talk. She soared right in. It seems the Nightwings are a bit... Oh, my word. Careless. 'Tis what the scribes ordained. And it is done. The blasted Nightwings prevailed somehow. Mayhap the scribe shall simply smite them down next time. Thus end this night's proceedings. There is much to learn from this experience. If only wings could speed us on toward greater understanding. What is it you recall there, Beaufort, my old friend? May misfortune find you ere the turning of the stars.
Felamtases, pensate lorigas.
Escutilno Kendira, Menkranta, Lorigas, Stara Tantus.
Oxare shunta, semta veniam. Recosta fara.
The stars that yet remain aflame align once more over the sacred fall of Solium. 'Twas here that the 8 scribes ordained the glorious tradition in which you now participate. The glorious tradition which you and that instigator Wolfred seek to undermine. 'Tis my sincerest hope your adversaries in this liberation rite achieve instead what they desire. May the withdrawn quickly put out your pyre. Let us get on with the proceedings then.
Volunta, Regeta Noxal. Paprastum. Noxala, Parisel.
Felamtases.
Whom do you endeavor to return? Ruby. Who shall be at his side? Bertrude. It is done. Commence. It is past. The Nightwings proved their worth. As for their adversaries, they did not. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences. Godspeed, Rookie Greentail. Perhaps the scribes are watching even now. Watching as their glorious tradition draws to a close.
Now take your execrable companions someplace else.
Franere Sindare Turex.
Paresta legaramis.
Reader, it seems the stars once more have mustered wherewithal to usher in the rites. The sky grows dimmer by the day. An age is ending. Surely you must know by now that you shall never all be free. Yet still you struggle to fulfill some senseless plan. But I digress, of course. Some of us still honor the tradition. Some of us hold dear the teachings of the scribes. Who shall it be this time? Sir Gilman.
Volfred.
Terras.
With that out of the way, yes, begin. Nightwings make their mark upon the flame. Trickery. Tread lightly. How utterly brazen. And it is done. Fine, yes, you prevailed again. May their next adversaries fare a little better. The rite is done. The rites do tend to teach something of trust. I eagerly await our next such outing.
Feliz Cavas. Sera temperus. Semsora taliam. Sio tempratave.
Escucha, Simna Rana Cramptus, Norikibare,
Samira acertava.
The plains that sleep below, to the canyons open wide, hear the song of gentle morning.
Pretosirim darava. Arestra sumta verias.
Reader, I would ask that you think back for just a moment, if you please. When you first looked upon the Book of Rites, think back upon the words that it revealed. Oblige the voice that tells you more. Oblige the voice that tells you more. Would that the scribes were here among us still. I would not sing your praises to them, rest assured. I trust that you shall savor this occasion. You shan't have to oblige me for much longer. Whom shall you attempt to send home this time? Volfred.
Renira Vastegas.
Who shall stand with him? Bertrude. The choice is cast. Commence. The blasted Nightwings proved their worth. Their adversaries they defeated utterly. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
Metari planum fai, renando xatas, reader, karen de tesetane.
Godspeed, Wolfred Sandalwood. The cycle of the rites is nearly at an end.
Tasem pare rictus. Cogneserum te crepare vas. Solum tave.
Reader, the Commonwealth, your home. Today it is aflame. Much like a stack of books. Aflame because of you. Because of your outlandish plan. Not that you care. Not that you shall live to see this place again. Your attempts at revolution shan't succeed. Though by all means keep trying. As for myself, I shall enjoy presiding over these remaining rites. Go on, then. Tabitha.
Got it.
Bertrude. Very well. Lo, even your adversaries have abandoned you. And it is done. The Nightwings prevail. By default. Not that their adversaries even care. Boundless are the teachings of the scribes. Begone now from my sight.
Tra les hatere regeratus. Sevature.
Foolish reader. Your so-called friends. You are accomplice to their hateful plot. They are exploiting you. You shall never have your freedom.
Tristataje. Tadakokita.
Escutin, on visel pranzage los.
Sema brevedus.
Gratas asai brictus tafin.
Levis cavas. Ceramiscus.
Look, for one last time, upon the fall of Solium, dear reader. Hear me for one last time. For soon, the few remaining stars shall fade away, leaving you stranded there for your remaining days in that forsaken land where you deserve to be. The rabble that you roused here in the Commonwealth shall be put down. The exiles whom you liberated, all shall fall in line. But first, let us get on with this last liberation rite. You face none other than yourselves. Each so unlike the glorious Nightwings of yore. 'Tis a shame that one of you shall soon be free, for you deserve each other.
Noxalas.
One final opportunity for salvation.
Too bad for the rest of you.
Who shall strive for her? Hamatha,
Motem vare.
Sir Gilman. Fine.
Pelino vale.
Begin. The final chance at liberation for the age. Nightwings proved their worth. As for their adversaries, they did not. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen. 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 Oh, Nightwings. Reader, what have you done?
Sanin somplitete. Sare. Shimdojulim. Var. Tajim. Iran soli tempra. Ligaratus.
Godspeed, Bertrude. By the scribes. No stars remain.